It's been a progression from the time when I finished school. I finished my master's degree in art in 2010, and around that time, at least where I went, which was Concordia University here in Montreal, there was a real sort of idea that when you're here in school, it doesn't matter how old you are as an artist, that you should just sort of focus on making the work and not think about disseminating it out into the larger world, or think about promoting it or selling it or any of that sort of thing. Just make the work. But now, I mean, and so it was sort of just a mystery. Nobody really knew what all these MFA artists were doing up there in the fourth floor of the visual arts building. It was just sort of this big kind of nobody knows. But now it's totally different. The entire philosophy has changed. I mean, there's Instagram accounts dedicated just to the people in those programs. They're encouraged to get out and show and push their work. And so the pandemic felt like just a kind of an extension of what was already on the way. And it was inevitable. I mean, you couldn't deny it in a sense. The internet just sort of pushes things forward in a visual manner that just wasn't possible before. And if there's a visual medium out there, artists will take advantage of it, no doubt. There's no visual medium that artists have not tried, and it's happening now with AI and AI generated images and such.
Yeah.
So it continues.
I'm going to show a thing about that later. Did you ever get into the NFT stuff? Did you start?
No, not the NFT stuff. Although, I mean, maybe that could come back at some point. I didn't, because I don't make digital work. In fact, it's sort of the opposite of digital work in many ways. And so the NFT market is so dominated by artists who make work in a digital sphere, or at least work with people that are used to those sort of mediums, that it felt just sort of redundant and a bit lame to just maybe take a photo of one of my paintings and turn it into an NFT. It just
I saw a thing that was kind of interesting though. A friend of mine, a Scottish friend, he went to Berlin and bought a painting. With the painting came an app. There was a QR code and there was an NFT loaded up. So when you bought it, you automatically got an NFT too. Not just you had the painting,
right? Yes,
plus the NFT. Yeah. So like, it was kind of cool. It was kind of neat that because the picture just got animated.
Yeah, well, I think that's
it was interesting.
Where it becomes interesting. Yeah. I think if there's an angle that you can do in that sense, like for instance, I actually thought about maybe making a work and then destroying it, or documenting it, then destroying the physical work, and so the only thing left then is the NFT. But actually, an artist, Damien Hirst, this well-known British artist, just did something similar and turned it into a ritual, sort of burning in the gallery where he burned all the works that he had turned into NFTs, and it was a whole multi-million-dollar project. And so if there's some sort of performance or some sort of zany, whimsical aspect to it, then maybe it's worth it. But I don't know. It seems like NFTs have sort of
it's like a fad. It's infancy, eh? I think it's an infancy
it's here to stay, but it's at the mercy of the crypto cycle, and the cycle's right now in a, what do they call it, the winter zone, or the winter right now. And so
crypto winter,
and
it's
so
the crash today.
There you go. Yeah. So the NFTs, they're not quite as exciting as they once seemed, I suppose. But on the other hand, you can get them for a discount. Maybe,
There's a lot of scams going on in the NFT network, of course, marketplaces.
Well, there's a lot of scams in the real art world too, in the physical world.
Do you see this?
I do.
So this is made by AI. They asked the AI to generate human evolution. Pretty spooky.
Well, yeah, they talked about how all the designers and illustrators have been flipping out over the possibility of AI taking their jobs.
Right. So many things, right?
But I find the AI to be interesting, not so much as this is interesting, obviously, and it's ridiculously impressive. But as an art form, I don't find AI, like purely AI generated art, to be all that interesting. I think it doesn't take into consideration things to do with composition. It's not it's not thought out in any way. It's just kind of a set of visual algorithms that mash together and generate the best outcome possible, but there's no actual thought behind it. So I sort of think about AI as something that you can collaborate with, almost like a partner.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing
Right.
is I've been uploading photos of previous paintings or drawings or various sorts of creations that I've made,
Uh-huh.
sculptures, and allowing the AI to get in there and fiddle with it and change it and turn it into some version of its own. And then I take that and sort of reclaim it, sort of pump the humanity back into the AI, so that it's essentially myself and the AI teaming up, collaborating in essence to make a new work. So that it's just sort of it's the AI comes in at a certain point and interferes, and then I take it from there.
That's interesting.
He's Neo from the Matrix. He's using his
Right.
knowledge and the AI together.